Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to have a quick look about feeling it real. So I know there's this concept about manifesting, about feeling it real and getting into the kind of momentum of feeling what it would be like to be in the reality that we are manifesting. However, I wanted to come on and talk about this to clarify it from my own perspective. So when it comes to feeling it real, and we're talking about conscious manifesting, there is no right or wrong way to either consciously manifest, but there's also no right or wrong way to feel what it is that you want to manifest into your life. Because we are emotional beings, we could literally be consciously affirming something and feeling the opposite within, but it would still manifest because of what we are telling ourselves. So I want to give an example of, the forcing your feelings. When we are, for example, falling in love with somebody, and let's say it's at the beginning stages and we don't quite know for sure how we are feeling, we cannot actually force ourselves into loving somebody. It actually unfolds in a way that we are telling ourselves this story of this person, and then inevitably we fall more and more in love with them. So whatever way that they are showing up for us, let's say we start dating them and we start engaging with their mind and engaging with their behaviors, we will gradually find that our feelings end up, evolving and falling in love. It's the same process for when we are manifesting. I don't believe that we should be forcing ourselves to feel things that don't feel right to us in the moment. For me, it is all about our self-regulation, and how I do this is through meditation and breath work, or anything that actually just kind of gets you into a calm and content way of being. And for me, this is what feeling it real is. So when we're actually talking about end states and we're talking about the end manifestation, it's not so much, from my own perspective anyway, about really getting into that feeling of the manifestation. It's more about what we're telling ourselves on the process to the unfolding of the physical manifestation that we are creating. So we can jump into feeling it real techniques. However, sometimes this can feel false, and if it feels false to the subconscious mind or the nervous system, it's not going to get the same effect as just actually telling ourselves that, okay, well, I'm going to create this in my life. This is how it's going to go, and I can continue to tell myself every day that it's happening. It doesn't mean that I have to be happy, in love, or all of these feelings that we need to cultivate in order to manifest it. It means that I'm allowed to have my emotions, my sadness, my grief, anything that comes along, because I'm human. And of course, if these feelings come along, then they're real to me in the moment, and I'm going to acknowledge them. I'm not going to force myself into a feeling of happiness when I feel sad in the moment. I need to acknowledge how I am feeling. And so when we are manifesting, that is the kind of routine that we get into. So yes, it's about our affirmations and it's about what we're telling ourselves. It doesn't mean we have to be so specific in what we are telling ourselves, but it does mean that we want to be generally operating on an optimistic, positive mindset. So if we want to be in a mindset of somebody who is in a loving, healthy relationship, for example, then this is what we tell ourselves every single day. That means we accept ourselves on the days that aren't feeling so good, and we accept ourselves for negative thoughts that come along. Our awareness is what tells us that this is not who we truly are in the moment, and so then we eliminate the negative thoughts. And we tell ourselves, okay, I'll keep going. I'll pick myself back up. I know this is happening. It's happening now. These are the kind of affirmations that we want to be telling ourselves, and not to be actually getting, so bunged down with the aspect of feeling it real that we have to force ourselves into a feeling that doesn't feel right in the moment. So when we're manifesting, come into the present moment, as I always say, that is where everything is. And just be good to yourself in those moments. Be good to your mind in those moments, and accept yourself and accept what is in your reality in those moments as well too, with the knowing and the understanding that you're evolving and that you are manifesting exactly what it is that you are manifesting, because everything is right now. So if we look at everything being right now, there is no past or future. And when we think of the past and we think of the future, we're really all we're doing is reliving it in the now. So when we do, and when we relive it in the now, that is when we kind of, have to mind our mind more so than our emotions, because our emotions can be triggered, and we have to understand that that's all they are, because I'm allowing my mind to fall back into the past or back into the future, and I'm not enjoying the present moment. So when we're actually consciously manifesting, rather than forcing ourselves to feel it real, come into ourselves in the present moment, look at your reality around you and ask yourself, am I really happy with what's going on around me? What can I do today, in this moment, in this time, to actually transcend what's going on around me, to know that my manifestation is on the way? And usually when we look at our goals and things like that, we can break them down into small little pieces, and we can say that, okay, well, you know what, I can act on this today, because this is part of my manifestation, and it's actually doable for me to act in this way today as part of my manifestation. And so that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to take one step at a time, and I'm going to be kind to myself and kind to my reality, and understand that everything is right here, right now, and it's up to me how I'm going to choose what I'm going to think and how I'm going to behave in the moment. So when it comes to feeling it real, look at it from falling in love perspective. Understand that when we fall in love with somebody, sometimes it can be instant, I know, but usually when we're getting into a new relationship, falling in love with somebody kind of unfolds in a natural way. We're not forcing ourselves to love somebody in the second that we meet them. We actually allow ourselves to see them and see, allow our mind to, usually our mind is flowing with positive feelings and positive thoughts because of how we are continuing to engage with this person, and that is how the naturalness of it unfolds. It's not about forcing ourselves to feel it real. It's understand that the feeling it real is already there in the moment, and it's actually up to us to decide what we're actually going to think. And it doesn't matter if I'm sad, or if I am lonely, or if I am feeling all these feelings in the moment. Feeling it real to me in that moment then is telling myself that I'm okay, that I'm doing great. And if I feel those feelings in the moment, it doesn't matter, because I'm human. And if I was feeling sad and feeling lonely and everything in the moment, well, it just shows me that I'm capable then of feeling love and happiness and joy in the moment as well too. So I just thought I'd make a video on that. If you have any questions, you can comment down below. Thank you for being here, and I will chat to you soon.